Welcome to PathwayU. PathwayU is a very unique assessment that focuses on interests, personality, values, and workplace preferences. This helps a lot of individuals learn what makes meaning for them and purpose in the work that they do. It also helps an individual plan for their education or career trajectory. And here at UNC Charlotte, once the results are in, you actually can align your academic program of study to your results. PathwayU is not intended to tell students what to do, but rather it's going to help students to explore what might be a good fit for them. Like I said, PathwayU measures 4 different areas of assessment: interest, values, personality, and workplace preferences. You'll notice on the dashboard that each of these areas has a variety of different bars showing highs and lows in each area. It's essential that students actually review each of these areas to understand what their results really mean. Let's begin with interests. So interest section is actually based on Holland's Ryeseck model, looking at the 6 different areas of career. So these preferences are for certain types of work and activities and can describe both individual interests as well as typical work activities for a particular role. They also can include the subjects you like to learn about, the activities you do in your spare time, as well as the tasks that you enjoy performing. The personality section is based on the Hexaco model and looks at 6 different areas of personality. One of them is openness to experience, which looks at, for the high scores, their ability to be imaginative, intellectually curious, and creative and unconventional. For anyone who scores really low on this particular scale is more down to earth, more conventional, practical, and also content with the familiar. The second area is conscientiousness. Anyone who scores really high in this area might be considered that model employee, very responsible, persevering, organized, and disciplined. Low scores may be more along the lines of spontaneous, sometimes might be seen as careless or easily distracted, absent-minded, and sometimes less dependable. The third area is extroversion and introversion. So high scores on this scale are very sociable. They're more extroverted, very assertive, energetic, talkative, and sometimes adventurous. On the opposite side, low scores are more introverted, being more reserved, unassertive, more cautious, and prefer close relationships. The fourth area is agreeableness. On this scale, high scores are more cooperative, trusting, good-natured, accommodating, and unselfish. Low scores tend to be more cynical, assertive, stubborn, headstrong, sometimes a hot responder to certain questions. The fifth area is emotionality. High scores are more relaxed, stable, resilient, cool, calm, and collected, whereas low scores are prone to distress, nervousness, insecurity, can seem tense or sensitive, and sometimes are rattled under pressure. The final scale is honesty-humility scale. High scores on this scale are very honest, fair, sincere, modest, unassuming, and content. Low scores might be seen as enjoying luxury, might be sly or extremely confident. They are the ones who think that rules are made to be broken. Values are the third area of PathwayU that are assessed. These values showcase the alignment with education as well as career paths that really tie into that meaningful work. Achievement points to those individuals who want to use their abilities at work and really enjoy gaining a sense of accomplishment. They get a lot done in their spaces. Independence are those individuals who enjoy making decisions independently, not being micromanaged, being creative in their field, and they don't need a lot of supervision. Recognition are those who seek job advancement. They appreciate accomplishments and that appreciation that comes with that accomplishment. They want to be viewed as somebody in their community or in their space. Relationships for some are extremely important in the work environment. Those with high relationships desire friendship with coworkers as well as others throughout their community. And then support. Support is wanting fair treatment and support from leadership. This can obviously look like a variety of things depending on the individual and what their needs are. And then finally, working conditions. These are individuals who might like to keep busy at work. They like a variety of things to do on the job, and they want to have more of a steady income or steady work schedule. Workplace preferences look at the type of environment that might be best for the individual. Those who score high on excellence want quality and to be distinctive or unique. They also want to work for organizations that might also be distinctive and unique. Guiding principles means that they want to personally have a good reputation, but also work for an organization that also has a good reputation, a very clear guiding philosophy. Collaboration indicates those who want to share information freely with others and also to work really closely with others, everyone's voice being heard. Innovation indicates that they want to pursue new ideas and opportunities and possibly take risks. These are your creatives. And then recognition. Similar to values, these individuals value fairness, professional growth, and they also want to receive good pay for the work that they do. Performance looks at how someone prefers a results-oriented environment, and they usually have very high expectations of themselves. And then finally, stability. They desire a calm work environment, low conflict. Once you look at all 4 areas within your PathwayU results, now you can start looking at your career matches. These are based on your unique characteristics. You'll notice the button on the right-hand side of your screen that it says Explore Career Matches. Go ahead and click there. Once you get to this page, you'll notice a variety of industries that populates based on your answers. You do not have to choose the very first industry that comes up. In fact, many students will choose one further down the list, which is absolutely fine. You'll notice on the right-hand side that PathwayU also indicates how many very strong as well as strong jobs are in each category. This is a really interesting thing to talk with students about as they're navigating the different industries. Once someone has chosen an industry, go ahead and click on that title and choose View Careers. Once on the careers page, then you can start navigating all of the different types of jobs that align with that career field. You'll notice on the left-hand side that there are a lot of filters. We highly recommend you using these to narrow your search. Under education, we encourage you to use the bachelor's degree, potentially graduate degree if students are wanting to pursue that. Also, the match strength of very strong and strong. We usually tend to avoid the good, fair, and weak jobs for our conversations with students. You can also add industries to this list, as well as look at a military crosswalk for students who might have a military background. Once you choose a particular career to explore, you'll notice a lot of additional tabs within the career itself. You'll notice the job description as well as different bullet points detailing what someone would do on the job. You'll also notice the Programs tab that directly links to UNC Charlotte programs and some of the different areas of academic study a student could pursue if they're interested in this particular career field. You'll also notice the tabs for abilities, knowledge, and skills, which are often useful to help students write their resumes. If a student is really interested in this particular field, there's the Add to Favorites star, and this helps students keep track of all of the different jobs that interest them. One of my favorite things is the career video at the top. These are 1 to 2 minute videos showcasing exactly what this job looks like from a professional in the field. There's also the area for Bright Outlook. If this job is a Bright Outlook job, meaning that jobs are being created in this field, that's a really good thing to know. Some jobs may not be a Bright Outlook job, making it more difficult for students to actually pursue a career in that field. And then at the bottom, you'll also notice the type of education required for this position. So sometimes you will see an associate's degree or bachelor's and sometimes graduate degrees. It just depends on the job title itself. I hope this has been helpful to go through PathwayU and to be able to explore results.